Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Narayan Rao Kovur. In this video, I am going to explain what is the meaning of indifference curve and what are the properties of indifference curve. The basic instruments of Hicks and Allen's ordinal utility approach is indifference curve analysis. It is a modern method. It is a modern method, or it is a alternative approach to the cardinal utility approach. So it is mainly indifference curve is mainly depends upon ordinal utility approach, scale of reference, and MRS. Indifference curve approach or indifference curve analysis is mainly based on ordinal utility approach. That means utility cannot be measured, cannot be quantifiable entity. Utility can be ranked in ordinal numbers. So scale of reference means order of reference, ranking of references. MRS means the rate at which one commodity is exchanged for another commodity. Therefore, indifference curve is mainly depends upon ordinal utility approach, scale of reference, and marginal rate of substitution. Next, what is the meaning of indifference curve? An indifference curve is a curve which represents all those combinations of two commodities which give same level of satisfaction to the consumer. An indifference curve is a curve which represents all those combinations of two commodities which give same level of satisfaction to the consumer, also called iso-utility curve, also called equal utility curve. This is something the information regarding introduction to the indifference curve. Next, what are the properties of indifference curve? What are the properties of indifference curve? Properties of indifference curve. Property number 1. Indifference curve slopes downwards to the right. Indifference curve slopes downwards from left to right because to maintain the same level of satisfaction, if the amount of one good in the combination is increased, then the amount of other good is decreased. There is an inverse relationship between these two. Indifference curve slopes downwards from left to right or negative slope. Property number 2. ICs are always convex to the origin. Indifference curves are always convex to the origin because due to the diminishing marginal rate of substitution. That is the main reason why there is a indifference curves are always convex to the origin. ICs are always convex to the origin due to diminishing marginal rate of substitution. If we observe these two properties, this is the diagram. Draw L shape, mark YOX, good Y is measured on Y axis, good X is measured on X axis. This is the indifference curve. Slopes downwards from left to right and it is convex to the origin point. Next, property number 3. Two ICs are never intersect each other, although it is not necessary that they are parallel to each other. Once again, two ICs are never intersect each other, although it is not necessary that they are parallel to each other. So that means because satisfaction on IC2 can't be equal to satisfaction on IC1. If intersect, it shows that different levels of satisfaction. If we observe this diagram, draw L shape, mark YOX, good Y is measured on Y axis, good X is measured on X axis. This is the IC1, this is IC2. Both intersect at point A. This is point B, this is point C. A is equal to B, A is equal to C. Therefore, B is equal to C avali. But what happens? B greater than C or C less than B. Therefore, two indifference curves never intersect each other. If intersect, what happens? It shows that different levels of satisfaction. Indifference curve ఏం చెప్తుంది? Same level of satisfaction చెప్తుంది. Next, property number 4. IC will not touch either axis. Indifference curves will not touch either x-axis or y-axis. So, combination of two goods is required for IC either in smaller or larger quantities. So here combination of two goods is required for IC either in smaller or large quantities. సో జనరల్గా మన షాపింగ్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు పర్టికులర్గా ఒకే ఒక వస్తువుని కొనము. ఈ కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ని మనం పర్చేజ్ చేస్తాము. ఈ కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ని పర్చేజ్ చేయాలని ప్లాన్ చేస్తాము. సో హియర్ దట్ ఈస్ వై సో ఇండిఫరెన్స్ కర్వ్స్ will not touch either of axis. If touches y-axis, consumer prefer only good Y only. If touches x-axis, consumer preferred only good X only. That is why ICs will not touch either x-axis or y-axis. Next. So in any combination, it is not possible to consider any one good as zero quantity. జనరల్గా మనం కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ని పర్చేజ్ చేస్తాము. రైట్. ప్రాపర్టీ నెంబర్ 5. హయ్యర్ ఐసీస్ రిప్రజెంట్స్ హయ్యర్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ దాన్ లోయర్ ఇండిఫరెన్స్ కర్వ్. హయ్యర్ ఇండిఫరెన్స్ కర్వ్ షోస్ దట్ హయ్యర్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్. లోయర్ ఇండిఫరెన్స్ కర్వ్ షోస్ దట్ లోయర్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్. సో combination lying on a higher indifference curve contain more of one good, more of either one or both goods. More of one good or more of both goods. So more goods are preferred to less of them. More goods are preferred to less of them. So here if we observe the both diagrams, diagram A shows that so more of one commodity. Diagram B shows that more of both commodities. More of both commodities. If you observe the A diagram, so more of one commodity. So here B greater than A. B greater than A. Consumer gets higher level of satisfaction on IC2 because of more of good X. Coming to diagram B, consumer gets so higher satisfaction on IC2 because of more of both goods. More of both goods, that is good Y and good X also. So here higher indifference curve represents higher level of satisfaction because more of one good or more of both the commodities. Next, property number 6. Two extreme situations. Two extreme situations. One is when two goods are perfect substitutes. That means homogeneous goods. Perfect substitutes. MRS is constant. So indifference curve is linear downward sloping indifference curve. Observe this diagram. This is the diagram for perfect substitutes. MRS is constant. Indifference curve is downward sloping. Indifference curve is downward sloping. Second one is when two goods are perfect complementaries. Left shoe, right shoe, or left earring, right earring. Best example for perfect complementaries. MRS is 0 or undefined. MRS is 0 or undefined. IC curve is L-shaped IC curve or two straight lines with right angle or convex to the origin. If you observe this diagram, IC is just like L-shape or two straight lines with right angle or convex to the origin. So these are the properties of indifference curves. Properties of indifference curves. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe and comment.